What's going on, everyone? Today, we're exploring California, the Golden State. The first time I ever traveled to California was in 1997. What an exciting time. I was 8 years old and our family was doing a road trip to Disneyland in our red Dodge minivan, which we called the Red Rocket. Driving through Oregon and into California, all I could do to entertain myself, because we didn't have cell phones, iPads, or handheld game devices, was asking my dad, "Are we there yet?" about 1,000 times. Especially after we crossed the border, because I thought Disneyland was right there once we got into California. Boy, was I wrong. The journey through NorCal to Disneyland was filled with camping, hiking adventures, and driving through small California towns with all kinds of outdoor activities. And driving down Highway 1 in the summer, we stopped and hung out at the beach for a few hours in the afternoon and soaked in the California sunset. I learned on that trip that my parents can't stand annoying 8-year-olds asking, "Are we there yet?" the entire trip. But I also learned how many different outdoor activities you could do in California. And so, if you want to know what the most popular and best activities are, then you need to watch my top 10 California outdoor activities video. Number 10. Campfires on the beach. Beaches in California are amazing. With over 900 miles of land connected to the Pacific Ocean, California has more miles of beaches than Oregon or Washington to the north. At any time of the year, especially during the summertime, you will find campers out on the beach with a campfire. How could you not like hanging out with family and friends around a warm fire, staring at the stars on a peaceful evening? Campfires on the beach are one of my favorite outdoor activities, and I always bring the s'mores workings. 2 marshmallows per s'mores though. Campfires on the beach bring people together, and I find more often that your group of friends will have many stories to tell. It's a time to stay warm, tell stories, enjoy being outside, and putting down those phones, tablets, and devices, and just listen to the sounds of the waves crashing into the beach. I could listen and fall asleep anytime. Number 9. Duck hunting. California by far is the number 1 state in the United States for ducks harvested per year. In 2016, it was estimated that 1.15 million ducks were harvested in the state by over 40,000 duck hunters. From north to south, east to west, California continues to be the best state for duck hunting, numbers that is. With a focus on wetlands protection and regulations, California continues to be an example of what habitat protection and biodiverse farming can do for duck habitats, feeding grounds, and the migration within the Western Territory. As an avid duck hunter, I had no idea how big of a duck hunting state California was. What I do know is California is a mixed bag state for ducks: mallards, widgeon, teal, pintails, canvasbacks, spoonies. So if you're an avid duck hunter and visiting California in the winter, go find a local guide or some public land to duck hunt on. It will be well worth it. Number 8. Biking. If you want to see California, grab a bike, hit the road, and start pedaling. Across the state, you can find biking trails, roads, paths, and scenic routes only found in those 12-month calendars you find at the store. On my trip to Disneyland years ago, we would stop and rent bikes and get out on trails or paths. One of my favorite was the American River Trail in Sacramento. The trail runs along the American and Sacramento rivers and is relatively flat, which is great for kids to ride. Speaking of the Sacramento River, that's on my list of salmon fish in the future whenever I get down to Sacramento next time. Anyhow, some of the favorite places to bike in the state include the Boardwalk in San Diego, the West Cliff Dive in Santa Cruz, the Fullerton Biking Loop, and the Tahoe Rim Trail. I love the beach and the ocean, so any biking path along the beach, coast, or on the beach itself is on my list. Just be careful about biking on the beach in the clothing optional area. Yeah, don't ask me why I know. Number 7. Golfing. The state of California has nearly 1,000 golf courses in the state, driving over $3 billion into the economy every year from a recent state report. Courses like Pebble Beach, Cypress Point, Riviera, Olympic Club, Torrey Pines, not only do you have a great number of top-rated golf courses, the views are extravagant. I'm always in awe of the views at Pebble Beach, golfing along the cliffs, seeing the boats out in the Pacific Ocean. The same holds true for any golf course along the Pacific Ocean. The views are amazing. The weather and wind might not be as much. As an avid golfer and having worked at a golf course for 2 years in the summer in college, golf has been an activity my dad and I have shared for many years. A time when we can hack it around the course, lose a ball or two into the trees, but still have a good time and chat about what's going on in life and get outside and enjoy the sunshine. And my dad typically calls me on Sundays to give me the latest golf tournament update. Okay, Dad, but let's get out there and golf ourselves. There's plenty of courses in California to hack it around and have a couple laps in the process. Just don't make me go out into the ocean and retrieve your golf balls. I'm not doing that. Number 6, camping. If you want to explore the entire state of California, grab an RV or dust off that tent in your garage and camp out across the state. Camping drives millions into the California economy every year, and families and outdoors enthusiasts book camping sites 6 months in advance to get prime spring, summer, and even fall locations. So plan accordingly. Even if you miss out on booking a popular spot, you can camp for free or small fees at the majority of campsites around the state. When I grew up, camping was a way for my brother and I to explore, get out, go for a hike, bike, jump into the lake water, and learn how to build a campfire. Just remember to bring the hot dogs for dinner. Come on, Dad, you had one job. As far as popular and must-see camp places, I'd recommend the Mojave Stars Camp and any campgrounds in or near Joshua Tree, which brings some of the best sunsets and sunrises. Or the Peñeta Ranch and Winery, where you can pitch a tent next to the vineyards, start a campfire, and grab a glass of wine. Cheers. Number 5, whale watching. Ever since Free Willy came out when I was a kid, I've always been in awe when I've been able to see whales in person. In California, the Pacific Ocean yields some of the best whale watching. In a few areas in the United States, you can go out and whale watch from a boat, helicopter, or from the cliffs off Highway 1 along the coast. And if there's one place to go whale watching, it's Monterey Bay. The great whales traveling from Alaska to Mexico and back are looking for food, and Monterey Bay is a hot spot for whales to hang out on their journey, feed, and head north or south. I'd recommend going on a boat tour to see the whales, but if you're feeling more adventurous, grab a kayak on a calm day and paddle out with friends to view the whales. Just don't bring a tuna sandwich for lunch with you. And always bring rainproof gear, because the whales, if they get close enough, will spray you with water. December and April are the best months to go whale watching, so grab your gear, grab a pair of binoculars, and be on the lookout for pods of whales. Number 4, exploring Highway 1. For over 650 miles, Highway 1 runs along the coastline of California from north to south. The route is actually the longest in the state and runs through some of the most prettiest places and views in the state. If I had a month of vacation and could slow drive the coast, I'd start on Highway 1 at the northernmost point and go south. Driving slowly, stopping every few minutes for breathtaking pictures, dining at small little hole-in-the-wall restaurants, camping on the beach, hiking the trails in the backcountry, you can do a lot driving on Highway 1. It reminds me of the Ring of Kerry loop in Ireland that runs along the western coastline with million-dollar views around every corner. Driving along, taking your time, running into sheep in the road more than once, Highway 1 isn't a day trip. Take your time, find those hole-in-the-wall places and activities, and next time I'm in California, I'm taking Highway 1 in a convertible. And hopefully this time it won't rain on me. Number 3, hiking. California boasts some of the best places to hike in the lower 48, and its vast number of national parks puts it at the top. Starting with Yosemite National Park with the tallest waterfall in the United States, Mount Whitney with the highest summit in the continental U.S., and the tallest trees in the world in the Redwood National State Parks, the diverse landscapes and trails showcase the true beauty of California. And if I had one spot to hike, I'd go visit the Redwoods National Park. Not only do you go get to see some of the world's oldest trees, you can enjoy a hike to Fern Canyon, which serves as a backdrop for scenes in Jurassic Park. It gets your mind thinking as you hike through some of the oldest trees on the planet and the millions of people that have set through the parks. And of course, you should take the path most taken, not the least taken, because that's how you get lost. And don't ask me why I know this. I've been lost more than once. It's not fun. Number 2, hang gliding. If you want to fly like an eagle, then hang gliding is for you. For adventure seekers and those looking to get a view above the rest, hang gliding can be a new outdoor activity to try. As someone who overcame a small fear of heights, hang gliding was an adrenaline rush unlike anything else. More than anything, you can't beat the views hang gliding above the hills and the beaches along the Pacific Ocean. It's hard to soak in every single detail and view when you feel like you're holding on for dear life. But you will never forget gliding with the wind hundreds of feet above the ground and thinking, am I crazy to be doing this? With so many hang gliding companies in California, do your homework and find a location that interests you the most. Just be sure that you wear tight-fitting clothes and go to the bathroom before you hang glide. And number 1, surfing. If there's one thing that's California, it's surfing, bro. In the early 2010s, it was estimated that surfing brings billions of dollars into the economy across California. And with surfing companies like Hurley based in Southern California, the sport is a hotbed to find the latest and greatest talent. If you want to introduce someone new, especially kids, into water sports, surfing is a great activity. When I traveled to California during spring break in college, I tried surfing for the first time, and I loved it. When you find the right instructor, surfing can be broken down into segments and picked up quickly by anyone. But don't get me wrong, it was a challenge. For sure. Surfing is so big in California that they have California Surfing Day on September 20th every year. So if you're wondering why nobody's at work that day, you might want to go check out the beach and catch a wave or two yourself, bro. And that's my top 10 California outdoor activities. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a comment below on your favorite California outdoor activity. Hit that subscribe button below. And what am I going to do the next time I go to California? I'll be catching a wave on the surf and having a campfire on the beach with some s'mores under the stars. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about it already. And thank you guys for watching. And as always, everyone, the outdoors is a gift. Share it with others.